It is 2953 of the Third Age. Erebor has been reclaimed. Sauron has fled from Mirkwood into Mordor to begin his pursuit for the One Ring. And the last meeting of the White Council has tasked Gildor Inglorion with assembling a fellowship to stop Umbarian pirates from assembling ancient artifacts from a Second Age prophecy. Join the players of this Adventures of Middle-earth Dungeons & Dragons campaign as they unravel the mysteries of the prophecy. Welcome to Arda in Part 1 of the Inglorion Bastards trilogy, Search for Tol Arasir.
Alright, so I'm going to put you on the road, okay? We're going to get going. So does that sound his plan of heading along the East Road and then heading north at the River Horwell? Does that sound okay to everybody?
Yeah. Yes. So Angelman is going to go over by Riken, who's brooding by the fire before he leaves, and tap him on the shoulder, and he's like, "Come on, this is going to be fun."
Did you want to... go ahead.
Ezra's going to jump on the table and finish his beer. Excited and encourage everyone else to have a round with him.
When Angelon taps on Riken's shoulder, he sort of wakes up like he was thinking about something different and gives him a little bit of a sort of indifferent smile, like he assumes that maybe it will be fun, but his mind is somewhere else a little bit.
So I guess Inglorion, Gildor would leave you with sort of when he sort of sees the pensive look on all your faces, and or at least most of your faces. Not thinking of Tessero. He would say basically, if the enemy gets this item or whatever the rest of these things are, he said it would be bad for all of your people, and it would be bad for all of Middle Earth. So this, it is fitting that you all are here representing each of your people.
Even the Shire.
Even the Shire.
All right, so I'm going to move you to the Great East Road. So you guys are basically be on the Great East Road through the Lone Lands, probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 days. So they to get to the Ettenmoors is about 350 miles. That's not the hypotenuse. That's sort of like the along the road and then north.
Why are these elves shooting?
What's that?
Why are these elves shooting at us?
They're not. They're just. So I think I told you I didn't get really super creative with the tokens. If it's an elf that's not like somebody you should remember, it's going to look like that, right? So not everybody's always attacking you.
So you made them little broccoli pieces. Is that what
that looks like?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a broccoli shooting an arrow at you. So you see basically like a procession of elves, and some of you recognize the elf in the lead.
Irme. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the dirty hippie elf. I remember now.
Yeah.
Let me look at it 1 second.
Dirty hippie elf. So Irme would be very pleased to see Burin. In fact, she would make Burin very uncomfortable by coming over and embracing him and sort of giving him a kiss on the forehead. I'm sure he has something to say.
Just so you guys know, she saved Burin's life.
Shut up. It didn't happen. there's no evidence that any of this ever happened.
That definitely happened.
He says, "It seems that you're doing much better on a horse than you did in the pond, or in the water."
Yeah. not knit for swimming.
And she comes over and embraces Riken's hand on this horse and gives that a kiss and says, "Thank you."
Riken sort of lights up a little bit. He's looking a little bit happier now.
I'm not.
So
Angelin kind of has trouble controlling his horse, and gallops by and's like, "Hello."
Oh, you're the worst elf ever.
He's reading a book and he's almost runs into them. He's like, "Oh, excuse me, pardon me."
So she says, "You're heading back east so soon? I thought your quest took you to the west."
I tell Irme that I guess our quest has sort of changed. We're in pursuit of something now.
She says, "Well, I hope." Go ahead. Well, she just said, "I hope that your travels doesn't take you back across the mountains." She says that the people, the elves in Rivendell had been patrolling, and it seemed like the goblin patrol through the mountains and the troll presence has like quadrupled. And they say that they're looking for you.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yes, they are. I too hope that we don't come anywhere near the mountains ever again. Unfortunately, they lie between here and my homeland, so that's an inevitability.
Or that one place, what was it that I went through?
What was it?
What was the place that I traveled through and I left Erebor?
Oh my God, Mirkwood.
Yeah,
yes.
let's not go there.
So speaking of that, let's something that's new for the Adventures in Middle Earth is an embarkation roll. And one thing that we didn't establish right away, and we should have, is who your guide is going to be.
It's going to be the ranger, right?
Yeah, that's up to you guys.
I would say probably, but my character does pretty well with embarkation rolls too.
So, yes, my character's sort of built for being a guide.
Perfect. Do it then.
Like all I'm good at. So
let's go ahead and do an embarkation roll, and I will let you know sort of how your travels are faring. All right, awesome. So, with hopeful hearts and clear purpose, the company embarks with light hearts and a sense of hope. They are resolute and determined to cleave to their path, regardless of hardship or setback. Accordingly, each member of the company counts as inspired until the first time they fail a roll during this journey.
what does it mean for us to be inspired?
Basically, you get inspiration. You get advantage.
Advantage on every roll.
Get advantage on everything until we fuck up?
Until like, let's say you attack and both of your rolls don't hit, then you wouldn't have it anymore. Yeah, so you guys reach the last bridge, which you guys have, at least three of you have traveled over from Rivendell. To the east is sort of where Rivendell is in the Trollshaws. Straight north of you is where you're going to head to the Ettenmoors, and you guys, you actually had an encounter here with some rangers, the three of you.
Yeah, last time we were here, we saw a group of rangers that were traveling from north to south.
And you're starting to remember. You're starting piecing this together now. You're thinking that what the rangers were talking about was they were heading north to sort of block the northern escape of these pirates.
Okay, yeah.
Makes sense. All right, so moving right along. Who was? I think it was Spriggs' character, the dwarf. You get another glimpse of, or like a flash in your mind of a red-headed woman.
That happened when he was here last time.
Yeah. Well, that just a flash, like nothing. You have like a fondness for this river. The river appears like a.
I don't have fondness for any bodies of water.
No, you do. Like you have, like you feel a draw to this river that you've never felt to any other river.
It's like a dangerous attraction.
Yeah, no, it's not dangerous. Like you don't feel compelled to go swimming in it. You just like it seems more appealing.
So I say, from here we make our way north to the Isle of Red Dust. It was once one of the great fortresses of Rudar, one of the three kingdoms from which Arnor fell into ruin. It was greatly contested between Old Guardians and the armies of Angmar until the later days, until I don't know, like 1,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yep. Just curious, is this the same bridge in the books where Glorfindel leaves a gem on the bridge?
Yeah, so Glorfin. Yeah, so you guys that haven't read Fellowship will know that Frodo got picked up by Arwen, but that's not actually. It's Glorfindel who is a first age elf who does a lot of sort of the legwork, including leaving the gem on the last bridge, including picking Frodo up and taking him across the fort of Bruinen.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are heading north along the river, and so the river. Let me describe it to you. So, the black and brown mud gives way to red clay the closer you get to the River Orwell. The river takes on a translucent crimson as it passes north to south. Faradir, you hear some rustling in the bushes straight north of you.
Hold up, there's something up ahead.
Okay. Since you call out that, you see someone actually comes around the bush since he knows that you know he's there. And he says, "Greetings," and he looks a little tentative. He has his bow in his hand, and he has an arrow in the other hand, but nothing. He hasn't drawn it back.
I'll say greetings, son of Creoth. Making, I guess,
ignore
here.
you, Marcus.
He says you've heard of our people.
Uh,
He's like intrigued now. He's like more interested in. He seems to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, my kinsmen have come to your aid several times.
You're a ranger. As he gets closer, he recognizes. He says, "I don't remember seeing you in these parts, but this is the land of my kin. We have a fortress, or whatever you call it, to the north. If you'd like to join us, it's a special occasion today. We're having a festival of sorts, and you're most welcome."
Festival, you say? Yes. You say.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Will there be ale?
You probably know more about these people than we do.
Okay.
What do you think about this festival?
I mean, they're like tribesmen, right? So they're not.
Okay.
They're not the most civilized of people. So we're probably.
Tesser's pretty excited about a festival.
Riken feels sort of more at home with this proposal than anything else we've done so far.
Okay,
He
so I
comes
guess
from tribal people, sort of.
Tactrously agreed to his offer, and with sort of the hopes that we can maybe glean some information off of them.
I have a skill if I roll it well that lets me get anything we can out of them. So we'll see.
He says, "Let me take you north then to." Oh, sorry, my cat's going crazy. Let me take you north to Gartha Garwin, our home, and you can talk with our chieftain Dulang is his name. So follow me. I'll lead you through the lands.
England kind of like mutters as they're trudging along, like, "Oh dear, I hope there's not too many people."
All right. So you guys come basically up. You're traveling north, and you basically come up on sort of the western side of Gartha Garwin. And so the description is it's an old classic Rudaran fortress. The remnants of an old long stone stairwell runs at each entrance. The red earth surrounding the river Horwell bleeds into the land at the foundation of the ruins. And I'm going to say that, Burin, let's have you make a... let's do insight. I'll say you didn't fail that, but you basically just get a glimpse of the red-haired woman in your head again. So I'll give you a little more of a descriptor this time. The color of her hair reminds you a little bit of sort of right around the river.
Huh.
But you still can't see a face or like anything like that, really. It's not clear.
In we go, I suppose.
So Dulang is here, and he has a big grin on his face when you come, and he says, "Welcome to our home. You are here in just in time for our festival."
What festival might that be? England says.
It's to pay homage to the River Maiden, Narwhal.
Well, there you go, Baron.
So Faraday is starting to think that he made a little bit of a mistake.
So you guys see Faraday like shifting a little bit in his steps.
What's going on with Faraday? I'm gonna ask Faraday what's. I should have like sidle up next to him and just ask him what's going on. He looks nervous.
It's nothing. King Dunlang, is there somewhere we may rest for a bit?
Yes, it's true that you've traveled far. Please come with follow my man here, and he'll take you into to the banquet hall.
I'd like to point out that Tessero is looking at everything everywhere, and he's saying, "Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this?"
Tiny.
And he's very excited.
Are you gonna steal something, little guy?
No.
England keeps like asking, like, "Excuse me, where's the library? Where's the library located?"
Dulang just says, "I'm sorry, we don't have the luxury of having a library here. We're men of the hills and of the trees."
Riken sits down on one of these benches next to one of these tables, and Bear puts his head in his lap, and he doesn't have to put his head down. He has to put his head down in order to put it in his lap.
So they bring out some dishes of food.
Yeah.
and they say, "Please eat and rest, and we will celebrate in honor of the River Maiden together at sundown."
Huh.
So, do we ever get a chance to like discuss things with the Hillmen in the room?
No, two of them are hanging out with you. So guys, there's ale, there's sort of like meat on the bone, big like turkey legs. There's some vegetables and some potatoes. Some of them look like almost like they've absorbed some of the color from the ground around.
Could Angelin, on anything that he noticed that was like slightly discolored, could he do like a medicine check or like since he's used to handling like herbs and things like that, just to see if there was anything?
I'd let you do a nature check on the vegetables.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
So, Anglin, you recognize you've never, ever seen, in fact, you don't know of any potato species or breed or whatever it's called, a variant that has taken on a color like this.
Great.
So Anglin would be like, interesting. I don't believe that I've ever seen a potato like this. Where do you all grow your vegetables?
I say right here on the riverbank.
The riverbank.
All of our food is blessed by the River Maiden. And Tessero, you would, when you hear River Maiden, you would have feelings, right?
Yes.
Like good feelings, probably.
Yes. Also, the mention of potatoes reminds him of a little ditty they used to sing in the Shire called "Frolicking Through the Potato Fields." Tessero feels the urge to jump on the table and start song, and he uses his minstrel skill.
Potato fields.
Yeah, "Frolicking Through the Potato Fields" by
Awesome.
where's minstrelsy?
All right, Josh.
Here we go.
Angelin's like, oh, wonderful song.
And I say to the Hillmen, have you heard of this song? Please come sing with me. And I say, yeah, it's one of those songs with a repetitive chorus. So by like the third chorus, everyone's caught onto it, you know.
All right, so the person that escorted you here, basically still stays on guard, but this guy kind of like he starts like tapping his foot, and eventually he starts clapping, and he comes over to the table.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so while everyone's singing, I sort of I go over to Burn and I guess Inglorion, and pretty much everyone who's not singing. And wait, is anyone not singing?
Anglin wouldn't be singing. He might be like bobbing his head.
I want a dwarven sonnet.
Burns not gonna sing.
So for the two people singing, I'm hush under my voice while everyone else is singing. I say I don't have a good feeling about this. Naruhill is known as the Blood Red Maid. She's one of the river goddesses, but she's grown evil over time due to.
She had red hair.
I would assume that her hair is the color of blood.
Did Anglin know of any of this, Jared?
Well, so do you have? You can make a lore check. Do you have lore?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think I would disclose to Faradir that I've been having glimpses of the Red Maiden.
Anglin, when he hears that, he would be like, "Oh dear, a river maid." He says, "Yes, she was actually one of the only river maids to embrace the path of evil." He says, "We probably don't want to be here." He starts to like push himself back from the table a little bit, and he's like, "Now might be a good time to go."
I have a feeling why these potatoes are a special color.
So, does anyone eat or drink any of the food? I should have asked you this before, but
the second
Tessero's had 2 beers.
all right. So we'll have Tessero make a Constitution save. Okay.
That's not good.
So
You have advantage though.
So Tessero, you guys notice Tessero taking on his skin is turning bright red, and he's starting to slow his speech.
Fields with fire. He's starting to act like he trips and falls off this table here, and he's still going.
Well, I think that to be fair, that I would have been drinking too.
All right, so let's have you do a anybody that drank or ate anything, we'll have you do a Constitution save.
Ooh, advantage stuff.
Yep, advantage.
Yeah, they can't still dwarven resilience.
Yeah, they still have that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
But we'll say that Burns just fine. Burns looking at his drink like,
Another slams it down on the
It's
table.
watered down. This is watered.
I'm sort of thinking we shouldn't linger here.
Yeah, Angelon is like, when he found out, he was like, oh my, we shouldn't be here, and he like pushed his way back from the table. And then he sees the Hobbit, like, red and, like, falling down. He's like, oh, dear.
the serious guy, the guy that's on patrol that brought you in, he goes, you think probably to report, because he looks down at Tessero and then he leaves. And this guy's here sort of singing along with Tessero, even though Tessero is basically, like, not making any sense right now.
Tessero's dancing with them now.
So can we go over to that guy and just sort of like knock him out?
Yeah, I'm not gonna put us in combat right now. Let's just have somebody do whoever's gonna try it. We'll have you do.
I have a skill that lets me convert people to our side. I could use Bear to intimidate him. I get like a +8 in proficiency on that when I use him to try to intimidate people into siding with us.
Yeah, whatever you want to try. We'll just have you do like a quick roll. If you want to try to like grapple him, like put him in like put him to sleep. You can do like a grapple roll. You can do an attack if you want. You can try your intimidation thing.
I'm thinking if we intimidate him and it works, we might be able to get him to let us leave.
Just do an intimidation check, and
Okay.
you already have advantage on it anyway. So
Yeah, I have advantage on it and like huge pluses for it. So let's try it here. Okay, rolled as long as I have the right character checked. So that'd be
all right. So
18 plus 8.
All right. So +8.
Yeah, I get a +6 for my I have pluses in everything. I'm very intimidating.
Okay, well, 18 would succeed. So you want to just sort of describe what's going on? He's like dancing with Tessero, like basically holding Tessero up at this point.
And I kind of get the feeling that we need to leave. So I give Bear the sort of the sign that he's gonna go over and intimidate this guy, and Bear walks over and just starts staring down the guy and growling at him while he's holding Tessero in the air.
All right, so he like backs into the corner and is like, "What? Like, calm your dog down."
I guess I'll go over to him and say, as much as I appreciate you letting us stay here, we cannot be your sacrifices to the River Maiden. We're on a very important task.
Great.
England goes, yes, we like living very much.
He says, but he has Tessero kind of. He's like holding him up at this point. He's like, but he is our sacrifice. Look at him.
What?
He's already been prepared.
What's up? How's it going? Where?
I pull Tessero behind me.
All right, so yeah, he lets go because he doesn't want to get closer to that dog.
Tessero's still kind of murmuring the potato song.
Yeah, I put Tessero over my shoulder.
I think we should be good. I think it should be good to leave because according to the way that skill works, is he's friendly to us until we attack one of his allies. So he's gonna be scared shitless and let us go, basically.
Yeah, he's not friendly to you, but he's not gonna try to stop you. So you're welcome to. You're free to go if you'd like.
Yeah. Do you guys want to book it out of here? Or do you guys want to? We're supposed to be heroic in this game, so I guess if this is regular D&D, I would say we just murder all these guys, but it's not.
Shadow.
I don't want to sway you one way or the other, but this isn't really related to your quest. I don't know that.
Everyone would just want to leave.
I don't think we really have much choice. We're supposed to be heroic, so I think we need to leave. Tessero, stop singing.
Potatoes, son, singing about potatoes. What?
All right.
Where all the potatoes go, man? How's it going?
So
Where's the how go?
So Tessero hasn't taken any damage yet, but in your travels, eventually I'll have somebody do like a medicine check or like I know somebody has a heal.
Yeah, I could do like a medicine check to see what he needs.
Yeah, let's do that now, and I'm gonna have you do a few other things.
Not ideal.
All right. So he doesn't appear to be getting any better.
All right, let's get back on the road. Get the hell away from these people.
Well, so Tessero is not really able to ride his pony right now.
Okay.
but
Well,
he should ride with somebody.
Okay. All right. You guys are leaving Gartha Garwin, and you hear the screams of the Hillmen that let you go. So you think probably they're not going to follow you because they already have a sacrifice to the.
Oops. Yeah.
All right, guys. So you ride north for, let's see, Gartha Garwin. You get there on October 22nd. So that's I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 days you've been on the road. You travel through Hifled for another 2 days. I'm going to have someone do another medicine check on Tessero, or he's going to start taking damage.
I should probably
And let's have maybe the Dunedain try. So you managed to get him back, kind of like you pump him full of water, and he takes a massive number 2, and he passes the system. It's not
It's their most hardy thing.
they are hardy. Yeah, so you're okay, Tessero.
Tessero's also going to have a quick smoke of pipe weed.
He's back. He's back.
He's like, now it's a party.
Sound as a pattern now.
I think as a rule, the next time we go into a strange place, we should not just start eating the stuff.
Oh yeah. So you have advantage on your pipe smoking. All right. So
I can have some sort of revelation. That's what it's for. Your revelation is that you probably shouldn't have just eaten the food.
Wait, do you have a skill that is pipes?
Yeah, he has a pipe smoking skill.
Oh my god, we got the stoner hobbit with us.
that's right.
I have some sort of revelation, or like I don't know, something like that.
Picture Gandalf outside of Moria smoking until he figures out how to open the door.
You actually, the dream that you have, you picture this woman, and she's slowly pulling that Hillman underneath the river.
Oh,
Yep.
here.
That's a tough break.
So some of this, guys,
Shouldn't eat the taters.
I shouldn't eat the taters, precious. So some of this is like definitely like heavy into lore of Tolkien, and then some of the stuff's borrowed from the movies. But some of the maps that I have and some of the place names and things, I've used sort of Lord of the Rings online. We've filled in a lot of the areas. So if you've ever played that, you'll recognize some of the names and maybe even some of the enemies, at least at first. As we get sort of out of the Ettenmoors, you'll see less of that. So you guys head north for a few days, and you notice that in Hifled, Hifled means mist plains in Sindarin, and the name is accurate. Though there is a scattering of evergreen trees that litter the ground running along this side of the river, the landscape is mostly flat, rolling hills. But it's kind of like depressing to ride through. So I'm going to have you each. You're traveling for so long that I'm going to have you each do 4 wisdom saves.
Are these for corruption?
It's for shadow points.
Okay. So Max has so do we all have advantage on this or no?
Yeah, sure. You guys notice Riken specifically. It looks like maybe whatever happened at Gartha Garwin like really messed with him, or like traveling, like seeing Tessero like that. Something's on his mind, is like really weighing on him.
I think it's been started ever since the prancing pony, right? I've been sort of I'm elsewhere. My mind is back in Mirkwood.
What is Tessero's state right now?
He's good. Yeah, he's good. You were basically nursed back to health.
The pipe weed helped a lot.
Though this marks the end of the episode, the road goes ever on. Until next time, join us at longwinded.one and consider giving us a review on Apple Music, Spotify, or really whichever platform you choose.